If you ignore signs, you are going to see wonders. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to discuss a Reddit story. What is happening in people's life? They need advice. Do well to advise them in the comment section. Let's start with the first story.
I admitted I was controlling, but I loved her more than myself. Then she moved on 2 weeks. Can you believe that?
Hi everyone. I just need to vent about the whole situation with my ex because I don't really have anyone to share it with. My ex and I broke up at the end of November 2025. We broke up due to multiple reasons, but the main things were some of my toxic traits. I won't go into too much detail, but it was mainly being relatively controlling. I can admit I could really be an asshole toward her sometimes, but I also treated her really well most of the time, and I loved her more than I loved myself. We had a really good emotional connection and we always understood each other. The relationship lasted for 2 years. Anyways, after we broke up, I was really devastated by everything that happened. For weeks, I couldn't really focus on anything because I was constantly thinking about her. She, on the other hand, got into a relationship with a guy from her college.
That was casual.
Casual?
I'm texting my ex.
They started talking like 2 weeks after we broke up and got together officially in early January 2026. Wow. I believe the girl couldn't wait to break up. She was really tired. She got another relationship almost immediately. Let's continue, guys. At that time, I started talking to another girl. However, I quickly realized that she was not for me and that I didn't want anything with her and that I definitely wasn't over my ex. When you don't know the value of what you have, you got to know after you lose it. Around after Valentine's Day is when my ex reached out to me. We met up and she read out a big paragraph to me and basically explained that she still had feelings for me, still loved me, and that she too couldn't stop thinking about me. After we went out a couple of times, she said that she currently can't be in a relationship. The thing is, she is still seeing the guy she got with every day at college. They are part of the same friend group and everything, and they are still close. Recently, their group went to the Netherlands with their college and they kissed. She said that it was just casual and that is nothing serious. But it still bothered me because two of us were still talking at the time. Yesterday, we met up and talked about everything, and she basically said that she doesn't want a serious relationship with that guy, but that she's okay with keeping things casual mainly because they see each other a lot and they are around each other a lot. She also said multiple times that she doesn't want to stop talking to me. When we are together, she is warm with me and she often acts like she did when we were together. Okay? Getting interesting. I guess they might end up coming back. Let's know.
Bro, on. She wants the cake and to eat it too.
But I honestly can't talk to her if she's still around him. Basically, I told her to just consider the whole situation and think about it. I told her that I think it's best if we didn't talk for some time and that she sends me a message when she's ready. We have told each other that we love each other and that we still have feelings for each other multiple times. This whole situation still confuses me. The first time around it was much easier because she pushed me away and I knew she didn't want to talk to me. But this time she genuinely expressed a wish to keep talking to me. The reason why I can't tell anyone is because when I told my friends that we were talking again, pretty much everyone called me dumb and that I shouldn't talk to her. I guess they were right in a way. Honestly, I don't even know what to say. Is there anyone willing to share their thoughts, either in the comments or they are willing to hear me out more? He really needs our advice, and me personally, I think he needs to take a break. Like, very serious break, long break, so that both of them actually need to take a break and know if they still want each other back or not. Or what do you guys think? Please drop it in the comment section for him. He will be willing to listen to everybody and turn a new leaf. So let's move on to the next story.
Honey, what's wrong?
We need to talk. I'm filing for divorce.
What?
After 14 years and 3 kids? Yes, I can't do this
I
anymore.
can't believe this.
And this one is so interesting. It says, I just feel like I'm at such a loss. 3 weeks ago, I walked into my bedroom and found my husband sitting on the bed. Since this was uncommon behavior, I sat down next to him and asked him if anything was wrong. He took a moment to speak, but then told me he wasn't happy in our marriage. Hasn't been for a while and wants a divorce. He told me he had been thinking about this for a while and had waited until a weekend day to talk to me, so that I could leave for my best friend's house if I needed space. Oh my God. This is traumatic.
I'm sorry. We need to talk about this.
Talk? Just 2 weeks ago, you said you'd marry me all over again. Now you want 50-50 custody and won't move out.
I know. I don't want this.
Important context. My best friend lives in another state, roughly 5-hour drive. And we have 3 kids, 13 male, 9 female, and 4 female. He told me we could start filing on Monday. A mutual friend would act as a neutral third party for asset division, 50-50 custody, and we could have this done on roughly 2 weeks. He repeatedly kept emphasizing a request for me to not be combative. I was blindsided. Yes, we have been going through a rough patch in our marriage. I won't deny that. Good you said this, so that we will know where the problem is coming from. But not even 2 weeks before this conversation, I had asked him if he felt like things were getting better. He still wanted to be married to me. If he would do it all again, if we could do it over. He said yes to all of these things. That night, I went to my grandma's house because the red flags were waving and I was not going to cross state lines away from my kids. I texted him asking if he was 100% set on this. Couldn't we try a separation and counseling or some variation of both? He wrote back and told me that he has considered us separated for a year or more, so he doesn't see the point. Odd, right? Oh my God, this is so traumatic. Like, how can you be living with somebody that is already separated from you for more than a year in his own mind and you did not know? That's really bad.
Just 2 weeks earlier, he said he'd marry her all over again. And now he wants 50-50 custody and won't move out.
I'm sorry. This is what's best.
Best for who? You're tearing this family apart.
I feel like I would remember that, won't I? He's also adamant that he will not move out until the divorce is final, claiming it will be more stable for the kids. I feel so sorry for this lady. I went on first thing the next morning to try to talk. Most of what he told me is hurt and grievance from over the years that he hasn't told me before. I hate that he is being hurting and I'm willing to take accountability and make changes. But if I don't know about things, how can I do that? Since then, I have discovered that he hasn't spoken to anyone about this. Not his friends, not his family, sure as hell not me. The mutual friend he volunteered to mediate our divorce, he had no clue. That alone scares me. This is crazy. We have been having a lot of heavy talks about things, and I've written him several letters, mostly in the hope that he will be willing to at least try couples counseling. He finally agreed to attempt the counseling with a stipulation that he is still set on moving forward with a divorce, and he will only do discernment counseling, not traditional marriage counseling. We agreed to both look up providers and choose one to move forward with. In the same conversation that he agreed to try the counseling, he informed me that he had taken a half day at work the next day to start the divorce process. Oh my God. I admit I freaked out. How do you agree to try counseling and in the same conversation that you want to get the process started? That seems so counterproductive. Yeah, of course. Overall, I feel like I'm living in a nightmare that doesn't make any sense. I feel like it's constant emotional whiplash as he changes what he's saying he wants. He tell the kid, Oh my God. He said, tell the kids now. Tell the kids right before he moves out. Therapy is pointless. Open to therapy. Suddenly being kinder and more physically affectionate than he has been in years. He's been planning. No, he's just been researching. Today I talked to him about the considered us separated for a year or more. He's been really sitting wrong with me. Separations are intentional and with set guidelines. Basically, it feels like he have himself permission to check out of the marriage while still getting Wi-Fi benefits.
I just don't know what to do.
We'll contest the terms. Stay calm.
Calm, look at all these papers.
I know it's hard. We'll handle it.
So, Wi-Fi benefits. So I asked him if he wants us to actually do a separation while we do this counseling. I explained that from what he has been telling me, plus the divorce request, it very much seems like he does not want me as a wife anymore. In which case, I will stop doing all the wife things that I have done for the last decade and a half. He was enraged, immediately got defensive and told me I was telling him how he felt. I'm at a loss. I just was asking for clarity in this emotional shitstorm. Any advice? I'm so sorry this is happening to you. I understand how you feel, but I believe you can't force people to remain with you. Sometimes you just have to pick up your pieces and start from there. I wish you the best and I hope it gets resolved. But if not, please choose you first. No matter what, choose you first. We had been together for approximately 4 years, engaged for the last year, bought a house, had big plans to ride off into the sunset together. This is giving Romeo and Juliet vibes. It was the best 4 years of my life. We were absolutely crazy about each other. She didn't break up with me until I forced her to make a decision because she was quiet quitting in the last few months. Example, being distant, cold, not engaging. She never had the goal to actually do it. So instead, she just became a bad partner until I had to begin the discussion. I'm absolutely devastated. I can see why she became unhappy. I became busy at work right after we bought the house. It's a visa upper. With my job and the house, I would definitely admit that I neglected the relationship, but never to the point that I was a bad partner. In my mind, it was just a tough time that we had to work through, and I was happy to do it with her. I took it all on. She claimed she stopped asking to do things together because I would always say no because I was too tired at the end of the day. She claims that our life goals don't align, but she never really communicated what ours were. Mine were to get married and get a house. Kids were always a question mark for the both of us. She always said she wanted to travel. She went on 3 times tropical vacations last year.
Hey babe, it's gorgeous here. The water is so clear.
Glad you're having fun. It's dusty here, but I'm making progress.
I miss you. I can't wait to see it.
I miss you too. Almost done.
Multiple European countries the year prior. I thought that bus was checked for her. Last November, she went on a trip to French Polynesia and then met up with me in the Caribbean for a friend's wedding. December was great with all the Christmas parties, but once that party subsided, I began to notice she was on WhatsApp a lot. Turns out she's been talking with a guy she met in Polynesia 3 times or more a day. Text, calls. This is getting serious. I never thought she was capable of cheating, and I honestly don't think she did. I just find it absolutely wild that she wouldn't talk to me about trying to fix stuff before she started considering talking to another man so much. We are separating, selling the house, etc. Yeah, as in everything they own together, they want to sell them. I've never been so heartbroken in my life. I've worked so hard for our shared life and she just wants to chase butterflies. I need closure though. I need closure though. Why couldn't we work it out before it got bad and the damage done? Maybe I'm just ranting, but I would like to know anyone else similar experience and inputs. Oh, this is really sad ending. And he said, update, new information has been obtained providing she did in fact cheat on me. No closure required. Onwards, I guess. Big thanks to those of you who provided similar experience and input on moving on forward. Your thoughts are much appreciated. I'm glad is able to move on and realize that the girl is not for him. And I hope he finds somebody that deserves his love. Let's move on to the next story.
This couch is killing my back.
And I can't sleep with all this noise. This is ridiculous. I can take.
I can't take it.
We need our own place.
I have been with my partner for almost a decade. I have suggested Airbnb several times before, but they are expensive and my partner and I have low income. One of them, let's call her Alice, one of her two sisters, has one adult and one late teen kid who both live at home. They have a house in a small town around 5 hours from us by car. The other sister, let's call her Beata, has two dogs, one of which has random outbursts of aggression because it came from an abusive environment. We visit Alice regularly for Christmas, Easter. They are Christians, so it's an important holiday for them. Their kids' birthday, they have birthdays close to each other, so we celebrate both at the same time. Okay? And randomly during the year, since it's quite far, we also often sleep over there, and they also always try to convince us to stay there for as long as we can. And my partner then convinces me to just stay one more. However, they also always make us sleep on the couch. They technically have one guest room, but that one is always occupied by Beata, her husband, and their dogs. And Beata tends to visit at the same time as us. Anyway, as for sleeping on the couch, the issue is not just that it's uncomfortable, which it is. It's super soft and my back hurts after the first night, and I keep waking up because of the rib and back pain. That can be so terrible. We also never have any privacy because the entire family is in the living room the entire day. They are also very loud and constantly in your business. I need some time to recharge from them, but there is no space. Plus, there are always 3 dogs running around which I can't hide from. And the last issue is that I tend to go to bed around 10 in the evening, while they will happily stay up talking way past midnight, and despite asking them numerous times to let me unfold the couch and go to sleep, they keep postponing it for hours. Since we can never sleep in the guest room, we can also never bring our cats with us and need to hire a sitter. Beata can't hire a sitter for our dogs because of the aggressive one. So despite earning like triple of what we do, we are the ones who need to pay for pet sitting. That is really bad, honestly. So anyway, we were supposed to go to visit them this Easter and stay there from Thursday until Monday evening. However, as I've also learned today, Alice, Bill, and his wife and kid will be coming to visit them from abroad. To accommodate them, Alice's kids will share one of their rooms and Alice Bill will stay with his family in the other one.
This place is perfect, isn't it?
It's absolutely amazing. I love it.
I don't know what's wrong with us.
Me neither.
Likely, suddenly, that's possible. I've asked numerous times before if we could not sleep on the couch because it hurts my back and I can't sleep properly, and the answer was always no because there's no space. So I've told my partner that I'm simply staying at home with our cats. My partner does understand my reasoning, but to his family always confess. Family always confess. So he's still trying to convince me to go. He had a video call with his family today, and why I didn't participate in it, I heard it from the other room, and they basically think I'm spoiled and stirring up drama. So please give me a reality check. This is a really bad situation, and I don't know. It's up to her to make a decision. I'm already seeing the red flag, and like I say, if you ignore signs, you are going to see wonders. So let's move on to the next story. Drop your advice for in the comment section, and if you are enjoying this video so far, please do well to subscribe, like, and share. So the next story is this.
Wait, don't eat that yet. Why? What's wrong? It says it has a ton of calories and hidden sugar. Oh no, really? Let me see.
I think this is our last story. I love my roomie very much. She's a wonderful person, and I consider her family. We have lived together a few years now, and we are both pursuing 30. My roomie has a digestive condition that will cripple her with stomach cramps if she eats even a bit of dairy. She also doesn't eat meat, but she can do eggs and some fish. So as someone who loves food and cooking, I found it very easy to cook for the both of us, and she's always so grateful about it. We go on a lot of camping trips together. We really love it. Several times now on our way to a camping trip, we would stop somewhere to get something to eat, and she would end up doubled over with horrible cramps by the time we got to the campsite, and would have to pack up and turn around. Because I cook a lot, I have a better idea of what's in most food than she does. But when we first ate out together years ago, I pointed out something had dairy in it to the waiter, and she mentioned she couldn't have dairy, and she asked me politely to not do that again, so I didn't.
Sorry, just to confirm, was that 2 specials?
Yes, 2, as I said. Is there a problem?
No, no problem. I'll get that in.
Unbelievable.
Okay. Well, last weekend we went on a big kayak camping trip. We had just gotten off a ferry and were having a last hot meal at a little restaurant when she ordered something like broiki bread, which, unlike most breads, has a lot of butter in it. So I said, "Don't get broiki, it has a ton of butter." She shot me a dirty look and asked the waiter had to ask the chef, who confirmed it did, and she got a substitution. She was pretty peeved at me for correcting her about a meal in front of the waiter, something she has asked me not to do before. Here is the thing about this trip though. We were going to camp overnight at Posey Island, a tiny island marine park off the coast of Friday Harbor, one of the San Juan Islands in the Puget Sound. The island has only 2 campsites, and would rented boats for 2 nights, so we're going to be getting the whole island to ourselves. And one day was the lowest tide of the month as well, so we'll be getting some excellent tides pulling in. There were 4 of us on this trip, me and another friend and my girlfriend. At this point, we would woke up at 2 a.m., driven 5 hours, taking a 2-hour ferry that cost $70, and we're gearing up to paddle a few miles over the harbor in the early morning cold. We would all taking time off work, which was hard for us, and the only reason we would taking such an early ferry was so we could paddle over early in the morning when there were less boats in the harbor, because Rumi is afraid of kayaking near large boats, and honestly none of us loved it. So after we did all that, I wasn't willing to turn around because she didn't want to be told she had ordered something with dairy in it. And the way the ferries walk to the San Juans, we would be waiting maybe days to get on without a reservation, which was set for the day we were leaving. So am I the asshole for correcting her about our own dietary restrictions? I feel the need to point out that while the trips have been ended before due to dairy slips, of the 5 or so times it happened, 2 out of 3 were not her fault, because she ordered vegan food and we camp a lot, basically every weekend of summer and many weekends in spring and fall. This has happened fewer than 1 out of 10 trips.
This meal looks so good. It really does. Thumbs up. Thanks. It's all fresh and safe. Awesome. Enjoy.
Well, people have temperaments, and some people don't like it when you correct them in public. So I think if you still want to keep your friendship, you should abide with what she wants. I think it's not too much to ask. It's simple. Just let her be. She's an adult. And I think the highest that can happen is for her to go back, and why you stay by continue your camping. What do you guys think about these stories? Do you enjoy it? Did you enjoy it? If you did, let me know in the comment section, and see you in my next video.
Which story shocked you the most? Drop it in the comments. Like, subscribe, and I'll react your Reddit stories next.